we repeat what we don't understand. And so long as we're unaware of the stories that we've grown up with, we will enact them in our adult lives. So we're not compelled to do this forever, but, and look, I think a lot of us have a desire to give the stories of our childhood a different ending. Our father might have been a distant and, mean-spirited creature, but also had some good qualities. The dream is to find somebody a bit like that, but to make sure that the story has a good resolution. So it's not merely a desire to repeat, it's a desire to repeat and give a better ending. But frequently, we don't get there. And it was once probably a really clever thing to do. If you were growing up, let's say, in an environment in which, let's say a parent was suicidal, right? A parent was suicidal, and you shut down your emotions totally and decided you would never trust anyone. Fantastic. That's a fantastically clever thing to do when you're 5 years old and you've got a suicidal parent, right? Because that will get you through to the next stage of life. If you open your heart at 5 and there's a parent who's suicidal, it'll tear you apart. So good for you. You're doing something brilliantly clever, right? Or imagine somebody who becomes a clown as a child because there's a very sad atmosphere and there's a depression, and all they can have time for is jokes. They're just a manic joker, right? Brilliant. What a fantastic thing for a kid to work out, that they need to be quite a kind of manic joker. But what happens 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, is that what used to be a fantastic defense against an intolerable situation has turned out to more or less ruin people's chances, because the person, with that difficult father will end up never being able to open their heart to anyone, even a very safe person. They won't even know their heart's closed, but they will be acting out the same defensive strategy. Or the person who, it was a great idea to be a bit of a joker early on, but now they have no time for anything serious, and their friends feel that they're a slightly plastic person, can never connect with them. That's a real toll in the adult world. So, very often what we need to do is to say thank you to our younger selves for having devised strategies that really were clever, but at the same time say, thank you, it's enough. I want to live in a different way. That was a fantastic strategy then. It may no longer be the right way.